It's a Manchu. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Last time when I signed off, I had explored pretty much all of Scylla, but there was a cave that I didn't find. And I wandered around trying to find it and gave up thinking, well, maybe I was imagining things and it wasn't really there. It does exist. It's out here somewhere. And I'm determined that I'm going to find it. I swear I'm going to find the thing. When I rescued that dude, he gave me a pistol. What is it called? Yeah, this thing. It's called a flintlock, even though it totally is not anything resembling the true definition of what a flintlock is. But it's a pretty cool weapon. So I can compare that with the sniper rifle I have. It has the special ability of double shots. So it fires 2 bullets with every pull of the trigger. And it does a lot of damage. I've tinkered with it as much as I can and still have, 10,000 bits because I need 10,000 bits for when I get back to Groundbreaker. But yeah, it's really powerful. So we're going to be using that. It doesn't have any mod slots, so I can't modify the thing. But yeah, it's pretty great. However, I think I want to default to the sniper rifle. I'm determined I'm going to find wherever that cave was that I spotted from a distance. We'll see if I can actually locate it. And I don't know that I searched very thoroughly under that terraforming machine, so I'm going to look there too. I thought I was done with this area, but maybe not quite. Is this it? Is this the cave? This is absolutely the cave I saw. Yes. There's some kind of green glowy thing in here. And it's a light. Okay. Some sprats running around in here. Those things are frickin' everywhere. Abandoned prospecting drone.
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Other functions include dialogue, limited, current, active commands, excavation. That is all.
Nice to meet you, excavation drone. What are you excavating?
This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals, metals, and other forms of matter designated valuable.
So you're a prospector.
Brevity identified. Affirmative. This unit could discuss excavation at greater length, but does not wish to strain its daily charge. Thank you for your consumer loyalty, Junior Excavator. This unit will store this exchange in its memory banks. Always.
Aww.
Greetings, Junior Excavator.
Yeah, the site's kind of abandoned, so I'm not sure what that robot's going to accomplish.
Greetings, Junior Excavator.
I guess that was it, huh? Well, I'll check the terraformer. I don't know if there's anything under it or not, but we'll check around there. It's kind of surprising. Okay. Made it back to the Groundbreaker. Now the first stop is to go tell that doctor in the infirmary that those supplies she was expecting are going to be on the way very soon.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge, a soft sour candy shell around a sweet purpleberry flavored stick.
In the medical bay. Hey, by the way...
I received a very interesting message from Gladys Kilkelly not too long ago. You know, about the toothpaste. The Spacer's Choice trustees will be pleased. I might even get an extra meal voucher. And I hear I got you to thank. So thanks.
So much for Gladys and her discretion. You know, actually, don't mention it. Really. Just don't. I don't want to get into more trouble.
For once, it just might be the best choice.
Yeah, have you ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Don't go looking into it.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm allowed to leave Groundbreaker. Or this stall. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Should I tell him about the terminal that he's logged into? Yeah, I could tell him that.
Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security?
Do you have job security? Alright, well, I'll see you later. Alright, the person I'm looking for is in here. Hello there.
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical's safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Excuse me, were you just smoking in here? That is not right.
Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you?
I guess nothing.
You have yourself a day then.
Oh, I got money and stuff. And probably prestige with Groundbreaker. And oh yeah, I see these guys here now. These medical units. Well, I leveled up. Okay, I think it's time to do this. Let's get engineering up to 100. There we go. Apply that. So, plus 20% damage versus auto mechanicals. It's good, I guess. And let's see. Felix has a perk. Oh. These are both pretty good. This makes him faster in combat. That doesn't suck. And this is plus 20% damage to corporate military. How often is that going to come up is the question. I don't know that that's that often. This looks more useful, I think. Let's do that perk. And then Pravati. Yeah, this one looks good. When Pravati performs her ability, recharge some of your TTD meter. Sure. Why not? Okay, now. Okay. Okay. I put this off for long enough. Let's go see if we can find a nav key. Got the money. Let's purchase ourselves a nav key.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
I am here to finally buy the Stellar Bay nav key.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire.
Yeah, I
You should
noticed.
have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope, I guess that's it. Actually, let's see what you have to trade.
I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Okay, that's good. Have I been in here? Ugh. There's sprats in there.
Hey boss, if you need a tour guide, I've seen all 12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Sure. I mean, that counts more than that asteroid you're on. Alright, where is Sublight Salvage? I do want to talk to them. I know they had a job for somebody with a nav key for Stellar Bay, and I now have a nav key for Stellar Bay. Oh, there they are. Hey, guys. Just the one I want to talk to.
Make this conversation worth my time, Captain.
I have a nav key. Is it worth your time?
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
So what's your involvement on Fallbrook, or should I not even ask this?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica.
Say no more.
Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
Oh my. What exactly do they make there? I have to ask. I have no shame. I have to ask. How unconventional are we talking here? Just asking for a friend.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
That's like many, many different fetishes all put together. I'll take the job!
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Okay. I guess. Anything else I should know about Monarch?
Few laws and even fewer people to enforce them. If you're working for the right side, it's a fucking paradise. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
I'll pretend like I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. No problem. Can I go in here? What's back here? This is a balcony? It's just a balcony. And that's probably locked for a reason. We'll leave it be. What's this? Dangerous Frontiers by Ophelia Sweeney. It's intriguing how we devoted our resources to the stars when there were still so many problems to be solved on Earth. Exposing our fragile species to the breadth of the cosmos, readers, settlers, and spacers alike vulnerable to the mysteries of other worlds, the fate of an outbound civilization could hinge on a single miscalculation, an unobserved variable, and any number of alien catastrophes. Recklessness and impatience are perhaps hardwired features of humanity, and not errors in our genes, as others might imply. Curious. Okay.
We're not gonna have to hurt nobody, are we?
No promises. Look, only if they hurt us. We're just doing, you know, honest smuggling work. It shouldn't involve any violence at all. Hopefully. Alright, see, what's next? Let's highlight that one. Alright, back to the ship. And we're gonna head toward Monarch.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time.
Let's have a chat with Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
That was my intent, yes. On screen!
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Well, I'm already starting to get an impression that this whole colony is collapsing, for lack of a better term. Everything's failing. I suppose Monarch is going to be a good showcase of that. Have you been to Monarch?
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
Alright, well, where should I start?
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Okay, let's see. I might have some questions for you.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Oh man, I don't want to go way out to your lab. Alright, I'm off.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Okay. So I need to make contact with a scout to help me get in touch with this Blythe guy. And I saw a message on one of Wells' terminals in his secret lab about a Blythe. So that's the contact on Monarch that's going to get me the chems. Right, so next stop, Monarch. But first let me do a little tinkering. Alright. Okay. So next stop is Monarch. I'm kind of curious about some of these other worlds and thinking about exploring those, but let's just focus on Monarch for now. There's a lot of things to do there. Okay, so Cascadia I could land there, but it's extremely dangerous. Let's go to Stellar Bay.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Ooh. Very cool. Let's move out. Alright, this time I'm not bringing Felix with me. I'm going to bring Vic or Max with me because there is somebody, I think, at this colony that might be able to translate that book that he wanted translated. Okay, here we are. There's Nyoka. I don't know if I want to contact Nyoka first. Oh, also, Vicar Max has a perk. Let's see. Does anybody have science weapons? No, Pravati does. Yeah, let's get that one, I guess. Increased damage for me and my companions using science weapons. Also, what's his special ability? Trick Shot. Max examines and evaluates his target and spiritually enlightens them with a blast from his shotgun. Knocks target to ground, making them unable to take any action for a short time. Huh. Okay. Is this another one of those computers that can recall my ship? Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Scholar. That's the objective I want highlighted. I take a look around here a little bit. This place looks especially gloomy. The heck is that thing? Doesn't look like I can get through there. All aboard that's coming aboard. Who's this fella?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
This is my ship. Landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
I'm ashamed to admit that I didn't notice the UDL gunship you're talking about. So what are they doing out here?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
My name? Yeah, I can say. Captain Amanchu.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
You're not exactly what I expected to find when I got here. I'm not even sure what I expected to find, but it's not you.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly? Are you saying the board's been lying about this place? Say it ain't so.
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
So how isolated is Stellar Bay really?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Man, that would stink. Alright, let me just have a look around town.
Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Depends.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Wait. Should I admit that I have no idea who the Black Hole is? Hey, that poster sounds valuable.
I couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Alright, well, I'll ask you about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay. What's back over here? Shh, shh. Nobody needs to see this. Man, there's good stuff back here. And I'm taking it. It's mine now. Boy, this place is a lot more developed than I expected. I expected something more like Edgewater.
If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
It's quite a blade you got there, friend.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Okay.
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Huh. Alright, well, screw you then. Bye.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
Watch your step
We're
if
here,
you venture outside the
light years
walls.
from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Wow, okay.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
It's about as crappy as here. Hey, dude.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
That is a fantastic mustache. Thanks for the drink.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do
Nyoka?
for you?
How well do you know this Nyoka person?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the Iconoclasts or some such.
Okay, that's a lot of information. What's Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
Interesting. Very interesting. It almost sounds like Sublight Salvage is trying to muscle into this place and getting the corporations to stay out. Like they have a stranglehold on this community. They control all the trade. Interesting. I don't know what this question about the yacht club is. I never heard of the yacht club. Should I ask about that? Ask her it. See what you got for trade. Looks like I got nothing really to sell.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
I'm nervous to talk to this person until I take care of some other things.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
That's right, freelance.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
We don't get many outsiders.
Keep drawing my weapon, put it away, draw it, put it away.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Yep, Captain Amanchu of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome.
Wow.
Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
So what are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares.
Ah, freelancers.
Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
You're striking? Won't you get in trouble?
I don't see how. When Sanjar took over MSI, he tossed all the old corporate rules. We ain't required no more to work whatever job the company demands. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Yeah. I have been good at... I'm actually not very good at negotiations at all. So I don't know why I even have that option. I'll talk to you later.
Caleb's doing the talking.
Talk to Caleb. He speaks for all of us.
No, thanks anyway. Well, since I'm here, maybe I should talk to her.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
I'm entertained.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Are you always drunk? I'm a Manchu. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
I think you've had enough.
Another in a long line of damn fools trying to cut me off. I'll buy my own poison then. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
Vacation. Yeah, I just want to see what this place is like for myself. People talk it up like it's a shithole.
It is a shithole. It's a free shithole, though. Plenty of ways to blaze your own trail. Folks seem to like that.
It is an admirable endeavor if misguided, and nearly impossible to achieve.
I ain't saying it's easy, but look around you. If it's impossible, it seems nobody's gone and told the people living here. Besides, the booze is good. Something about that fish oil. Cheers!
Ugh. It's made with fish oil? Oh, that's nasty. So I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
Close enough.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
Why not just wait till you sober up? Yeah, I'm not into fetching things. How much time do you need to sober up?
More than you have, I suspect. I plan to sit here and drink until I find myself awoken sober.
Yeah, I'm going.
You do what you like, stranger. I'll be here in the meantime.
Hope was drunk. Alright, I was looking for...
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Looks like a workbench.
Well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you?
I'm a sublight runner from Groundbreaker. See what you got.
If you don't see it, I don't got it. Don't go asking for the special reserve.
Okay. It looks like the scour is out that exit. I'm not in that much of a hurry. What's going on with this person?
Please, I need your help. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Oh. Parvati, why do you have to be like that? Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Can I ask how old your son is? Alright, do you have any idea where he would have gone out there?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
What can you tell me about these iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting, like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good.
It's all about the greater good.
The greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
The greater good.
How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts. Or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Lady, you are twisted. I mean, seriously. You have a very vivid and colorful imagination. Alright, I'll help find your son, but only because Pravati is a softie, and I'm a softie for Pravati.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
That lady's just a little crazy. Hang on. That scholar's way the heck down there. That's a ways to go. Shoot. This map is fairly large, and it looks like, yeah, that scholar I'm looking for is a ways away. Alright, let's wander around here a little bit more before we try and head outside. And I think I can get one of those ingredients that I need for,
Any news, Captain? Have you found my little boy yet?
Oh, sorry, no, not yet. What's it saying? Oh, for, Pravati, and I need to find something for a special dinner. What goodies are in here? Shh. Okay. Can't resist taking stuff.
We don't get many outsiders.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Help! Someone's been killed!
What's happening?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Okay, just stand back a little bit. So what happened?
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Maybe you should more than contemplate it.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Sublight freelance? I'm a freelancer working for Sublight.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Yeah.
Well, we don't get many outsiders. You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Okay. Why would you admit that to anyone? I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. and I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Yeah, you seem to be kind of a glass half empty kind of guy.
I'm not even finished. Add that to the supply shortages, thanks to being cut off by the board, and I dare say we're no better off than the lowliest Spacer's Choice enclave.
Look, you might not be better off, but I can tell you, it can always be worse. Try celebrating what you've got.
I see you've stuck around.
I have to agree with Vicar Max in this. It can always be worse. Alright, well, anyway, I came to talk to you because my engineer is looking to get a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht, and the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
Well, I have to get back to you on that because I don't have the money. I'll get back to you with that.
Sure, just let me know.
Alright, I'm off.
Lucky you.
That's a lot of bits. Not even close. It's my intimidate. It's probably terrible. Yeah, it is terrible. Not even in the vicinity of close. So, yeah, I will need bits, and lots of them, in order to pull that off. Huh. Never mind. Does not look like, I was hoping maybe it was like he had a dish in the refrigerator that I was trying to get, but nope. You know, here's another lock. What's in here?
Easy.
Sorry, need the money. Okay, nobody saw it, I didn't do it. What's that? Knockout bar. I'm not gonna tempt fate. Alright, well, I need a bunch of money for that. Now, so far, I'm kind of striking out here.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls. Well, we don't get many outsiders.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Uh-huh. Just trying to get a feel for this place. Is that a constable's office? I wonder if there's any bounties I could go after here. That's a way I can make some money. Empty. Oh, wait a minute. What's up here? I'm not sure what that accomplishes for me. Whoops. Whew. That was a scary drop there. I don't think I can get over that way. I'm not sure what the point of that roof access is. I don't see anything of interest back here. Alright, well, let's check in the constable's office if I can. Or not. What's in here? This looks like some kind of lab or something. I don't see anybody in here. So if nobody's in here, and this stuff isn't nailed down, it belongs to me now. Kind of wonder.
I'm going.
Go over there for a minute. That seemed to do nothing. Alright, come back.
Coming over to you.
What's up here? Have I been up here? This terminal's use is restricted to authorized medical engineers. Unauthorized use will warrant action from your site safety engineer. Employee login. Please enter your signed login credentials. Alright, well I can hack this. Let's see. Patient records. The name of your patient whose records you want to view. Manchu? Patient not found. Okay. Data storage. Notes from experiments as conducted by Dr. E. Williams. Huh. Looks like they're combining different foods or something, or chems. I had hypothesized that this combination might awaken my mind and senses to the greater realities around us. If that is true, then it seems my faculties were quite overwhelmed in this instance. Shortly after the dosage, I experienced cold sweats, tremors, and mild paranoia. It is perhaps due to these latter effects that most of my notes from the episode are of little use. Nevertheless, the effects were most invigorating. I will have to attempt a milder dosage once heart palpitations subside. How about this combination? After my previous experiments, I theorized that deadening the external senses might allow the mind's eye to glimpse the eternal. Alas, I was only partially successful. The combination of substances quickly rendered me both blind and feeble, so much so that I soon fell into a stupor. I awoke some hours later in a pile of my own sick, and most curious craving for Doritos. Yeah. File empty. Okay. Edwards A. Is that work in progress? Number 1, 23,629 words. The only law here is love. I'm not even going to read that aloud. I'm sorry. You can pause the screen to read that. It's cheesy romance stuff. This looks like some kind of medical facility here. One person experimenting with different kinds of drug combinations, and another person experimenting with cheesy novels. Romance novels. I need this. It's important. The fate of the colony, it depends on it. That floor looks unstable.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own cathanoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime. Ike, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Velma's gonna be extra cranky if she doesn't get her cathanoid.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Oh, you charmer, you.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Auntie Abigail, huh? Can you tell me about Velma?
She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper.
What do you mean by temper?
Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine what set her off. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
Are you in charge of handing out medicine?
Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and energized.
You seem really excited about your job.
Oh, but I am. I get to see plenty of my neighbors here, and I do dearly love a little gossip.
Okay, nothing for now. What a strange character that is. Was that just back here? I think I was.
We don't get many outsiders.
I'm sorry, not used to seeing a woman man spread like that. That's interesting posture you have there.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
Very feminine way to sit.
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point
You're probably
to
looking
stay
for
out of her way.
Velma. Watch out. She's in a mood.
Sounds like she's usually in a mood. Hello there.
Look, I don't... Oh, sorry. For a second, I thought you were Grim. Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
It's interesting. This looks like there's a Saltuna factory here that's operational. It hasn't overfished. But they're kind of under an embargo. Yeah, there's a vending machine. It's down here.
You're probably looking for Velma. Watch out. She's in a mood.
That looks like bad news. I don't think I want to jump into that water. And there's a workbench. What's up here? Kind of curious who this Velma person is that they keep talking about. The Vermin. What is this? It's a pretty potent weapon. Yeah, that one's a keeper. That's a tough lock.
Great work.
Signed tossball poster. Wait a second. I think I know somebody that's looking for that. Personnel files. Please enter the authorization code mash random keys. Somehow I don't think that's going to work. The fish tank 23A are looking a little lumpy. If you're not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the doses. Eh? Mr. Nandy, we really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because they're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to keep Stellar Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. Brax, seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous even for you. Interesting. I'm starting to see a picture here of what's going on. Yeah, they have plentiful Saltuna here, but nowhere to sell it because of an embargo by the board. And I think that's driven Edgewater to overfish to try and meet the huge demand.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Who's Catherine? Oh, this is evil. Oh, this is... I'm doing it.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper.
I cleaned it up a little bit.
This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what in the who now?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
So, if you say so.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I guess I could. I heard something about a dead body in the apartments. What was that you were saying about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy.
Keep trying.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
So maybe you should pay them more.
Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
Alright, well, good luck with that. I'm not going to become your mediator for that. Bye. Alright, what else is there to look at here? Hey, dude.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
What's this place?
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for raps keeps us on our toes.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
These look like interesting characters. And I think I'll talk to them next time. That's going to be it for today. I've done a lot to explore. Hang on. I feel like I've explored this area fairly well. I don't know what's over in this wing over here. But anyway. I had a couple leads on stuff I can do here. I do need more money so I can buy the special meal that Pravati's looking for. And there's something else that I need to get Pravati. And there's something I need to find a translator for Max. And those things to do are going to be outside this little community in dangerous territory. But next time we're going to start off by talking to these people. See if they have interesting things to say. I can learn more about this place while I'm at it. And resist temptation to steal more things. Maybe. Find out if I do next time on Amon Chooses The Outer Worlds.